Hi, I'm Daz, and in my show, I talk about diet and health and a lot of focus on weight loss. But today I want to rank 5 vegan nutrition bars. And I want to know which ones, if any of them, would be a good choice if you're on that weight loss journey. This is how I rank them. I'm looking at the calories. I'm looking at how much protein. Protein is because protein stays with you longer. So if it stays with you longer, you'd be more satisfied. I'm also looking at dietary fiber. Dietary fiber helps you to eliminate. So if you're drinking plenty of water, you need that dietary fiber so you can eliminate, so you're not carrying all that unnecessary weight. I'm looking at the number of sugars, and not just the sugars, but what are those ingredients that are making up those sugars? So that's a lot I want to cover. So let's get going. And last but not least, the taste. So now, these nutrition bars are a little on the pricey side. They have some good ingredients in them. And I want to say this, no nutrition or protein bar. And nutrition bars are bars that most people are getting for the carbohydrates and to boost their energy. Protein bars are usually what athletes are grabbing because they're higher in protein. I am categorizing all of these for the sake of simplicity, nutrition bars. First bar is a Lara bar. Again, I am focusing on vegan bars. Now in the ingredients, milk or casein is not listed, but as a precaution, most of them are saying, and that's just to be careful that, you know, they are manufactured in a facility where sometimes there are peanuts, there are milk derivatives or something like that in the facility, but in the product itself, you're not seeing milk listed as an ingredient. Like I said, they're a little pricey, and this is what you get. This Lara bar is 220 calories, and it's 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of dietary fiber, and 16 grams of sugars. That's a lot. I want to go over this with you is because a small, fun size Snicker bar about this size is 100 calories. So you may say, well, I might as well grab a Snickers bar versus this. Well, a Snickers bar would be cheaper, and you know what a Snickers bar tastes like. But you do have some nutrients in it that may steer you back towards some of these nutrition bars. Okay? This is good. You're probably not going to want that Snickers bar. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Now, what I do like about the Lara bar is the very first ingredient is dates. I feel good about that. So the sweetness is coming from the dates and sugar, but it is a lot. So you have to look at that. Now, I'm not familiar with this one. So this is my first go with this. It's called Made Good. And again, I was looking at vegan nutrition bars. It's 110 calories. Now we're talking. 110 calories, 2 grams of protein, not high in protein, and only 1 gram of dietary fiber. I look at the dietary fiber again because the average person is only taking in half the dietary fiber that is recommended. So any way you can increase your dietary fiber, and you can only get them from plant sources, you would want to be focusing on that because it helps you to eliminate. These bars are small and they're a little pricey. 7 grams of sugar. Now that's a winner. The other ingredients or the other sources of sweetness comes from agave syrup, brown rice syrup. Now, if you're a diabetic, brown rice syrup will shoot up your blood glucose levels, and table sugar would shoot it up too. So this may not be recommended for you unless you're going to be eating some other things and making sure that you're testing your blood glucose levels. But anyway, So for that, and it also has invert cane sugar in it, which is still very similar to table sugar, but it gives moistness to the product versus table sugar is just mostly granulated, crystalline, made good. It's good. Let's go to that next one. Now, Junkless. Never heard of it. But again, it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup, and a lot of good ingredients are in here. And it's just 130 calories, 3 grams of protein, 2 grams of dietary fiber, and only 6 grams of sugar. So far, it's got my attention. But the very second ingredient is cane sugar, table sugar. So that you kind of have to, once again, you kind of have to balance that one out, for me at least. And brown rice syrup. It has 2 sources of table sugar and brown sugar. So it's a lot of sugar in this Junkless, but it is lower in calories. They're very small. Let me taste it. Chewy. It's not bad. The others tasted better. And you definitely taste all of that sugar. I'm not going to be picky. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. How's that? Okay. I've got this. Never tried it. Go Macro. 280 calories, 11 grams of protein, 3 grams of dietary fat. 3 grams of dietary fiber. Sugars are 12 grams. Now, once again, anything over 5, you're getting up there. 12 grams of sugar. So that is a lot of sugar. And again, these bars are very small. Brown rice syrup. Coconut sugar. I'm okay with the coconut sugar. And it's almost the same ingredients as regular table sugar. However, coconut sugar may not impact your blood glucose levels as much as table sugar. So this would be a better choice for a person who's a diabetic and you're trying to lose weight. This may be a good choice for you. It has a lot of good stuff in it. I like the ingredients. I like that it's a good source of protein. A little bigger. This is a little bigger. Okay. There you go. Well, real chewy. You're gonna need Polygrip for this. It is real chewy. I can eat it. But this would not be my best choice as far as taste goes. The taste, I'm gonna say 3 out of 5. It is very chewy. Cliff Bar. Now the Cliff Bar is 260 calories, 9 grams of protein, 5 grams of dietary fiber, but sugars are 17 grams of sugar. You know, Cliff, I was almost in your pocket, babe. But 17 grams of sugar. First source is coming from brown rice syrup, and we've already talked about that. And then you have a lot of good ingredients, some barley malt, good. And then you're getting down to tapioca syrup. Let's see. Not bad. Soft. It's soft. So I don't think it's going to be chewy, but let's taste it. This is their white chocolate. It's good. All that sugar, it better be. Put the taste down, and we said for Cliff, 5 out of 5. You don't have to buy a nutrition bar. You can do a half a banana and a handful of peanuts, and that would be about 220 calories, plus you get a lot of nutrients. Now, in some of these bars, I didn't go over all of the nutrients, but some of them, amazingly, did have some other nutrients in it, like potassium, phosphorus, and a few other things were noted. None of these choices are my number one go-to. because some of them are higher in calories. If I had to choose, and I have the chart up there in front of you, and I'm looking for calories, I would want you to only grab one of these, regardless of what your choice may be. I would recommend only one, and have that with an apple, or have that with a low-calorie fruit like some grapefruit or a salad, and that would be a good tie over. Well, the first one I would weed out would be the Go Macro, and I'm saying that because it's the highest in calories, 280 calories, 12 grams of sugar, and the taste was just okay. The next one that I would cross out would be, and I hate to do it because I'm thinking of calories now, but the Cliff, because it's 260 calories. But there were a lot of things that I liked about the Cliff. The ingredients were decent. The taste was good. I'm going to cut out that Lara bar. And now we're looking at junkless or made good. And the made good would be my choice. But it wasn't bad. Made good. Again, I'm focusing on the fact that it's low in calories. The ingredients are pretty decent. Not overwhelming, but fairly decent. If you're interested in losing weight and you want something that's convenient, a program that helps you in the different areas to make you successful on your weight loss journey so that you understand what you're doing. You're not depriving yourself. You're not starving yourself. And you're focusing on those things that are getting in your way. And we've come up with a plan to help you around that. You're learning healthy menu planning, time management. You learn so much in the 6 weeks. And it's an online course. Please look at our Boss Battle Academy. Well, I'm Daz. I'm out. Hope you learned something about those nutrition bars.